You're listening to the Anonymous Advice Podcast. Join Andrew every Monday as he dives into the internet and beyond to give life and relationship advice to complete strangers.
I walked in on my son having sex with my brother's wife. What the fuck? Welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Sit back and relax to this not suitable for work podcast as Andrew tackles hard-hitting questions like, should I date my cousin? And why doesn't anyone love me? Welcome to Anonymous Advice.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Anonymous Advice podcast. I'm Andrew. Man, oh man, boy, oh boy, how is it already the middle of September? I cannot believe it's this far in. Everything's going by so quickly. I didn't think this would happen. First few weeks of COVID, it's basically like watching paint dry, sitting through Benjamin Button. I don't know. It was slow. But now it's going insanely fast. I just can't believe it. The last recording I did was prior to Labor Day, a little bit like a day before Labor Day, and it came out on Labor Day. This one I'm recording a little bit before the weekend. We have football tonight. We got the Chiefs versus the Texans, I think. Chiefs will come out. I got the Bills beating the Jets on Sunday. We'll see what happens here. Sports are pretty much back in action. I'm excited for football. I've also been, listening to the radio a lot lately. I've got a car now, obviously. I've told you that the last couple episodes. I've been cruising around. It's nice because I'm a little bit of a music nerd in that way. I look up charts on the radio all the time in my spare time. It's fun hearing them on the radio. It's fun hearing the songs on the radio. What's that new Drake song called? It's so sick. Laugh Now, Cry Later? I took a half, she took the whole thing. Slow down. Burr, burr, burr. It's sick. I was also thinking, while listening to the radio a little bit, Nick Lachey really got screwed over out of a big solo career. For me, it's one of the biggest disappointments in the music business ever. Like, he was destined. He had that reality show with Jessica. Is he still married to Vanessa, Nick Lachey? What's left of me? He's only 5'9". Oh, man. Yeah, he's still married to Vanessa. I think she was on TLC. Not TLC. What is it? Total Request Live? TRL? I remember this. Wow, Nick Lachey is 46. He hosted some stuff. He's still pretty popular. Oh, he guest judged on Top Chef Jr. I'm sure they knew who Nick Lachey was. That's funny. Oh, the sing off. All right. Drop the mic. There's a couple things. Anyway, What's Left of Me, one of my favorite pop songs. I'm sorry, Nick. Couldn't get it done, but I believed in you. Still kind of feels like Labor Day, though. It's weird. It's like the whole thing. I'm getting depressed thinking, it's fall. You got the pumpkin spice. You got the leaves changing colors. I don't know. It's fall. Last episode, I was like, all right, new start. But now I'm like, no, fuck, I want summer back. I hope everyone, grilled during Labor Day. I hope everyone, had a boat or something. Everyone I follow on Instagram has boats. What's going on? It's like a lake house or a boat. I didn't know everyone had these things. So you have a house that you only go to a couple times a year, and then you're just hanging on a boat the entire time, drinking some White Claws. I get it. Next year, I'll do the same thing. I'll buy a boat sometime, maybe one day. Maybe I'll get a lake house, too, or something. House by the beach. Yeah, there was a show on Bravo called Below Deck, I think. It made me want to work on a boat for about 5 seconds, and then you actually have to deal with the people on the show. So that got rid of my dream for working on a boat. But, yeah, that's Labor Day wrapped up here. Well, September's going along, and it'll be October soon. Jeez, what a year. It's been going on the entire year. Wow. I was watching some of the RNC and DNC. What is it? The Republican National Convention, Democratic National Convention. I'm not a political guy. I mean, I vote. I volunteered for Obama back in 2008 or whatever. Not because of him. I wanted to date this cute girl that asked me to join up and get people to vote. That's another story, but I volunteered for him. I'm a voter. I know what's going on. The one thing I do have to comment on is I watched both of them a couple weeks ago, and they get the oldest fucking veteran to come out and do the Pledge of Allegiance at the beginning. Both sides. What do they pay a guy $100 to show up and just do the Pledge of Allegiance to everyone? The guy's about to keel over. You got to get out of there. He's got to go home and rest. It's like, I pledge allegiance. Like, Jesus, man, you're about to die. Both of them are pretty depressing, to be honest with you. But that brings me to, I had a question the other day, which was, before we get into the other questions, my parents threatened to kick me out if I registered to vote because I'm voting for Biden and not Trump. I'm scared. I don't know if they're actually true about this, but I'm in Texas right now, and I'm afraid that they're actually honest about it. It's my first time voting, and I need your opinion. Should I vote for Trump and stay, or should I vote for Biden and leave? Well, what I would do is just lie about it and say you voted for Trump. Like, what's the problem? People hide it anyway. I asked this one guy one time, I got a little mad. I was like, who are you voting for? He's like, well, this is a private thing. It's like, is it? Just tell me. Who cares? Who cares? But anyway, oh boy, I think we should kind of get into this right now. Let's get to some questions this week. I got a couple things coming up. Me and my friend Jason, we recorded a part of an episode. I'm trying to figure it out with two people in here, people. I'm trying to figure it out. You know, it's delayed when I get another guest on. It doesn't sound great, but I may just do Zoom for them. We'll see. This will be episode 3, but I'll have some people on after this. I'm recording one over the weekend as well. Things are happening in the podcast world. Not really, but I like to pretend they are. Let's get rolling. Question 1. My girlfriend, 24, of almost 3 years, moved across the country with me. I can't take it anymore. I want to break up. Am I in too deep? Up above in my head instead of going under. Oh, I miss emo nights. At this point, I just can't take it anymore. There's something every day. I'm 90% sure I'm in an emotionally abusive relationship, but I can't prove it. There's always, literally every day, something she's mad at. I can't do it anymore. I'm not the person I was. I'm not the person I want to be. She has taken all parts of me I love and destroyed it. Jesus Christ. I just want out. 6 months ago, she moved from North Carolina, where we met, to follow me to my job in Oregon. We moved here together and have established a decent social life and a group of friends, even going on weekend trips. We've been dating so long that our families joke about marriage all the time. Her family, who's much more traditional than I am, is directly pressuring me into marrying her as soon as possible. At any rate, no matter what, I'm simply not ready for that. The problem is, I really didn't expect it to be this bad. She's not a good partner. She's made my life absolutely miserable. I don't know how to beat around the bush, so I won't. But I absolutely hate it. I want to end things. I don't know how. She moved across the country with me and is fully rooted and established as much as I am. She has a good job that she enjoys and friends she sees often. She doesn't contribute to rent or living expenses. I pay for everything entirely. How do I deal with this and move on? Well, so you're both 24 years old. This is pretty nuts, dude. This is a really bad situation to be in. You clearly 100% do not want to be with her anymore. I got to point this out really quick, though. I understand her family's more traditional, but why isn't she paying for anything at all when she has a good job? I feel like that is something that she should be doing. I think I mentioned this in the last episode. This has to be clear and cut when you move in together. Yeah, it's really out of line, I think. I think she should be paying for something because, you know, if you end up getting married, which you obviously shouldn't at all, I mean, you're going to be paying for everything for life. And also, you're saying it's an abusive relationship. You need to get out as soon as possible. You guys are young enough where you can start your life over, completely separate, and it'll still be fine. You're 24. I mean, she hasn't been spending money on rent, so she has something saved up, so she can easily probably put down a down payment on another apartment so she can move out whenever, and it's your place. I think you have to sit her down. In this situation, since it's a relatively long relationship, I'd probably have a game plan before you sit down. I would, realize she's going to immediately call her parents or friends, probably your parents. It's going to be a terrible couple weeks for you, man. You got to pull through. You said, dude, the intro you said, I got to get out. I hate her. There is no more clear indication that you need to leave. Yeah, sit her down. Don't marry this person. You're going to get some outside pressure. Figure out whenever your lease is up, or maybe, tell her you can still live there for a month. Find a new place. I know she's across the country without her family, so that's kind of bad. But my friend, you're in deep, but you're not in too deep. I would get the fuck out of there. That's my advice. I hope that makes sense. I don't want to be too harsh. The way that he says these things, I hate myself. I hate my life. Ah! Get out. Get out. I personally think that was some decent advice. What do you guys think? Yeah, you got to get out of there, man. I don't know what else to say. That's not great. All right. Husband sent nude pics of me to his friend. Uh-oh. This is not good. My then fiance was working overseas for a few months in 2017. Of course, to hold him over, I sent a handful of dirty pictures. Ooh. I never thought anything of it. We were married later that year, and I've been happily married since. Yesterday, I was on our home computer when I saw his email was up. I don't know why, but I snooped. I have no justification for that invasion of privacy, and it's something that I'll have to answer for. The issue, I found emails he sent to his childhood best friend from when he was overseas. They were all my photos. I'm beyond mortified. I'm a high-level manager at work, and his friend is one of my direct reports. I know I was ignorant of this for the past few years, but I'm embarrassed that this man has seen me in my compromising position like this. I have no idea how to approach my husband, and now I'm afraid to see his friend. I've been working remotely since COVID, but we'll have to go back to the office eventually. I don't know how to respond to any of this. I would appreciate any advice that you can give me. Wow. So that was a complete invasion of privacy. Not him, you. You're snooping. Why would you do that? No, I'm kidding. That's horrible. You know what? I'm pro-snooping. A lot of these have to deal with snooping. Boyfriends snoop on your girlfriends. Girlfriends snoop on your boyfriends. That's it. You gotta. Just don't snoop on me, okay? You don't want to know what's on my Google history. Like, who is Nick Lachey? Can you marry a first cousin? Yeah, this is pretty horrible. This is pretty shocking and disgusting, to be honest, which I'm pretty sure this is illegal to do this. No one deserves to be put in a situation like this because, first of all, he's your husband. Second of all, his friend works with you. He shouldn't be sending any pictures of you at all anyway. Like, I don't understand anyone that would send pictures of their fiance, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, husband, wife, to somebody else. Like, is it some sort of, like, fetish thing that I don't understand? It's like, yo, man, check out my girlfriend, bro. Like, yeah. Like, if you really cared about somebody, you'd never do something like this. I feel like it breaks the emotional trust in any type of partner that you could have. It's worse, I don't know, just sending something that was a private moment. You shouldn't be mad at snooping through his computer. I need to ask this question. Pro-snooping or against snooping if you're in a relationship? I know it's a big trust issue, but this is what happens. This is exactly why you need to snoop, because this is illegal. I think you can go to jail for this, right? I'm not a lawyer, obviously, and I'm barely a host of a podcast. You can't do this and really get away with it. So it's sort of like, how can you ever trust someone again? It's sort of the same thing as cheating almost. That's the sort of trust level. Maybe you didn't trust him to begin with. Maybe that's why you decided to snoop. So there's definitely a huge trust level in this relationship that needs to be identified. I don't know if it's a good idea to go right to him or not, but this would last forever, in my opinion. It's something that I would never be able to forgive somebody, especially nude photos. Normal photos of being like, here's us hiking, like, how cool is this? Like, that stuff is very genuine, and he would be probably excited to share that with somebody and his friends, but like, we got a dog. We started an Instagram for our dog. Woo! Like, stuff like that. You know, that's fine. But this is completely illegal. And this is a no for me. Husband now. I know I say this a lot, but I would get a lawyer involved at this point. See what you can do. Get a lawyer. Dump him. Here's the problem. You have to deal with this guy at work still, which you definitely don't want to leave your job. But you may need to talk to his friend as well about this. Is this something that HR can deal with? I don't know. This is a whole different issue because someone that reports to you has nude pictures of you, which is, I assume, a violation of the company that you work for, any HR code or some sort like that. But you need to get rid of these guys in your life. In order to keep your job, I would possibly go to HR about this, but divorce the husband and hopefully you can figure it out with your work. Let me know what happens. This is crazy. Hit me up, emails in the link. Sorry you're going through that. It's tough. especially as a husband. You've known him for a long time, so you deserve much better than that. Get out of there. All right, let's do another one. How do I get a girlfriend? You're asking me? You tell me how to get a girlfriend, and then we can use that, and then we can get girlfriends together. I don't know if this is right to ask, but it's serious. I have no idea even where to start. When I talk to them, I have no self-confidence, so I never think they would like me back. I don't know the signs of it either. I just need to know what to do and where to start looking. Oh, and I'm 16. Oh, Jesus. Oh, come on, dude. 16 years old? You can't talk to anyone when you're 16. I mean, what do you even do when you're 16 nowadays? I didn't have a cell phone. I wore Janko jeans. I still would if they were around. You get a tech deck with them and everything. Remember that? You went to Kohl's. You got Janko jeans, a tech deck. Pokemon cards were sort of out. And then they obviously made a comeback. But 16-year-olds now dress nicer than I do. They have TikTok. They know what's going on. They don't bully in person. It's all over the internet, which is kind of cool. They're vegan, I guess. You are in a much better shape at 16 than I ever was. So how do you get a girlfriend? Let's go to Google really quick. All right. This is something in my Google history. How to get a girlfriend. All right. Oh, how to get a girlfriend in 20 steps. 20 steps to make her choose you. I'm not going to read all of these, obviously. Meeting girls. You see, most guys will do everything they can to please girls into liking Oh, man. But guys who couldn't care less about impressing random girls stand out like a rose amongst thorns. Stop trying to get a girlfriend. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Dude, just be yourself. If you like certain things, there are other people out there that'll like the same things, have the same hobbies as you. You know, you meet them in school. What are you, junior or something? Sophomore? You got to get some Heelys. That's where it was. Get a job. I don't know what you do anymore, but I worked at Staples when I was 16. That was sick. Me and Max, we were the furniture kings. We sold that furniture like hotcakes, and pencils and erasers and whatnot. All right. Make her notice you. Wear items of clothing and jewelry that attract women and start conversations. Here we go. This is from the How to Get a Girlfriend thing. Leather jackets, jewelry, and tailored suits are a great place to start. Oh, what the fuck, man? I need a tailored suit. You need a suit, man. I know you're 16. A couple grand. That's all you need to do. Oh, tattoos as well. They never work for me. Get ready to approach her. Approach her with confidence. Smile and relax. Non-confrontational way, like you do when you're in Walmart asking a shelf stacker where the butter's at. All right, well, I guess. Give her a genuine compliment. Yeah, it's very nice to compliment people. It's like, hey, your face, it looks kind of cool. I like your face. Her dimples. A lot of people don't have dimples, so just, make sure you don't compliment on that. Tease her. I would not do that. Teasing is the easiest way to create sexual tension between you and a girl. As a kid, we'd try and joke around and they'd be like, oh, you're so funny, stop. Oh, Jesus Christ, being 16 sucked. Why would anyone want to be 16 years old? What a terrible time. Focus on her for a conversation. You know what, dude, just be yourself. We all need to be ourselves in this life. To get ahead, you can't lie to yourself like that. You'll eventually get it, man. 16's tough. Once you meet more people, maybe one day you'll get invited to a party, maybe you'll go to college, or in your case, uni. I think you're from England, is what it said, right? But you'll eventually meet people. Just maybe join some clubs. Future Business Leaders of America, Magic the Gathering Club. I don't know what you do. The World of Warcraft Club. What do 16-year-olds do now? What kind of clubs are there? 2020 Corona Club or something? Just be yourself. It'll work out for you. Let me know if you end up finding someone. And if you end up liking someone, ask, see if you want to go somewhere. Maybe your parents will drop you off at a movie or something. After COVID. Yeah, wear a mask if you guys hang out. You'll get your confidence there, man. It just takes a while. You'll get it. I believe in you. Email me. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. My name is Andrew. I'll be back next week. That's my advice.